Hey there, Silvertongue Devil here, and we are back on Underdogs. It's been a while since I've had a look at this one. First things first, apologies for the view. I'm having to use the normal casting because it's one of the reasons that I forgot, and part of the reason why I don't play Underdogs more in stream, because I do love this game very much, is that it doesn't work with the MetaQuest Developer Hub that I used to get that nice field of view. However, with Underdogs, I don't think we're going to need it now. There has been a few bits and pieces done to this game since I played it last. The Wrecking Ball has apparently been in the game for a long time, but was never usable, but it is usable now. It's in the game now. The Buzzsaw has finally been added, so I'm kind of showing how long it is since I've played it. The combat boost thing is, I've seen a little bit of this as I was playing earlier, and then we now have a rampage mode. I wish they'd have done this before the sandboxer. I love this sort of shit. Sandboxing modes, sandbox modes, but this, a proper condensed roguelike experience where each fight rewards you with a choice of new kit, and then you equip it and go straight into the next fight. I can get down with that. And part of the reason why I'm playing tonight is multiplayer is on the horizon. The devs have asked, you know, if you can let people know that it's coming, please do. So hence why we're streaming tonight. So multiplayer is on the way. They are doing a lot to change systems in the game to make multiplayer work. I've seen quite big environments to fight in, and they're not just circular arenas. And they're actually changing the mechs, and I think they might be updating the locomotion system, because it's one of the things that's quite unique about this game is if you've played Gorilla Tag, you've probably got an idea of how the movement works, but you also get punch fuck out of things. That's great, isn't it? Let's go. Now, this is also new, hence why I haven't got any of it unlocked. I have a lot of hours into this. It's my 27th run. I must have completed it about 10 times and unlocked everything previously. But now we have the ability to start off with items, and I was going to unlock some of this, but I figured, yeah, we'll do it. So it looks like you get fingers on your first death, hit an airborne bot with a grabbed bot, yep, kill 100 armored bots, headshot on Alpha Dog whilst it's biting you. I'm not getting bitten. Have 15k in your pocket. Oh, this one's for me. So this is now how you're able to, and look at this. We have difficulty. Now, it has been a while. Ah, interesting. You can only unlock the starting attachments in the next level of difficulty. Well, I mean, I don't want to embarrass myself. I'll just play it in basic, bitch, to begin with. Rest assured as well, I have put the game into streamer mode as far as the audio is concerned. What that means is, because I think the music on this game can be quite polarizing, because it's a very grungy, dirty sing/rap affair, whereas now we just get the beat as opposed to all of that. No, I do get that, Beanie, but I mean, I don't know, I thought it was a basic requirement that the game would work in MetaQuest Developer Hub. We'll do this story, why not? Making the gorilla's name known. That was our only way into New Brakka. That's us. So I broke some bots. King talked smooth. That's his brother. And we landed our first real fight. So, for those of you who aren't aware of this, and again, another thing I absolutely adore about this game, look at that comic book style. And also, normally I would say no devs, bad devs. You've put a box in a VR game and then projected something onto it. No, if you actually look forward, you'll see that it is almost like a proper multi-layered box. So it actually looks fucking great in VR. The place was called the Kill Box. Locals came to see fights to the death. Was time the gorilla stepped into the jungle. So this is a mech fighting game with a gorilla tag style of movement, so no movement on the joystick. And, yeah. We're going to punch some shit and we're going to have us some fun. Another reason why I like this, and again, I think I've mentioned this. Shall we? Another reason why I like this as well is it's always reminded me of your Hive Worlds, Warhammer 40k Necromunda vibe. And maybe a little bit of Syndicate in there as well with the corporations. I like that. I like that a lot. Right, let's see if I can still play, shall we? So again, grip and then pull away. This is how we move. And then the rest of it is just the swinging. You'll have to let me know how the music is. I don't think this one will dare overpower me. Again, if only I could play it in the glorious big view. But needs must. Ooh, turboed. So turboed enemies take less damage, do more damage. A lot of the time, if you just stay out of their way for a bit, they'll unturbo. I don't know if that's the case with these ones, so we'll just punch fuck out of them. Smack. Can't even really hear the music of your game. Oh, so low compared to my mouth. Thanks, Dread. Fine. Fine. Maybe I'll turn it up a little bit just for Dread. I mean, as long as you can hear a little bit of a beat. As long as you can hear a little bit of a beat. Look at this. See? Glorious. Absolutely glorious. That's not glorious. Why's that gone over there? Okay, I'll choose from over here then. So this is where our progression system kicks in. So that's the first fight that starts off the story. We then have a choice. That is not a bad arm with 3 slots. Cash just allows you to choose what you want. That's not a bad arm. Locomotion when moving with this arm. That makes us faster. I don't know if I like that or not. But getting a good arm can be the difference between a good run or not. Let's go with the arm. Yeah, I have seen that one. That looks good. Oh, what the? Oh, cheers. Cheers. Showing my my expertise in quest casting right now. I'm too used to the old MetaQuest Developer Hub. So, Act 1, welcome to the jungle, Day 2. You'd think fighting to the death every night would stress me. I don't know, been chill as ice since we'd arrived. So again, these, like, congratulations to what they've done here, because we've all seen VR where they put the cutscenes just in a box and play video in front of you, and at least here they've multi-layered it and given it some depth. You know, even though it's that flat comic book style, it looks great. Never had any problems with the graphics and the styling of this game, so hopefully that's not too dark. So, right, this is where the choices begin. Each day we have morning, noon, and evening before we fight at night. Each day we get each period we get one of 2 choices. So we haven't got an awful lot of money at the moment, so we probably want to be going to look for trouble. This is random events that can help or can hinder us. And then there's risk-reward things within that as well. Let's go and have a look. Let's go looking for some trouble, shall we? Oh, I know what you are. Big man wants us to bring us his daughter back from the squat. Said he bears in metal. Daughter color, mistaked and ran. So, This is when you get enough progression in the game. This is one of the characters that pops up that gives you some choices. We can either accept or decline. Thanks, Kim. I will. So with this one, if we accept this, he will kind of like appear later on. And then if we accept that as well, we can get the mission done for us. He does have quite a good reward as well. I think he's one of the last characters you get to unlock. Big Man had his man mark the spot on my map. Guess we was going to spend the day kidnapping his girl. Right? The music is pretty good in this. Hopefully you can hear it a little bit better. So yeah. Again, we don't want to be going for the shop because we haven't really got a lot in the ways of money. And even if we did, we wouldn't be able to get a lot anyway at this stage. This is the mission from the guy that we just spoke to. So it's quite an extensive mission in that it's probably going to take us all day to do. But the rewards can be worth it. Shitty place even for the squats. Teens drugged flat, scrounging through garbage, fucking in the hallways. You know, regular sort of London shit. Or cyber London shit. Eventually, we opened the right door. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Colour, grab your shit. I ain't going back to that cannibal motherfucker. Yo, easy, 200, and the bitch is yours. Ooh, so I can lose some money, or 57% chance that we get into a fist fight with these ruffians and win. I don't like the idea of 57%, so I'm going to pay them the money, and we're going to hot tail out of it with that ass. We paid and took her. Shit was cold. Would have felt bad for her if she didn't kick me all the way back to Gubro. Gubro will be pleased. Gubro flesh belongs in caves. Ah, yeah, great. Well, I feel great about my life choices. Hey, I feel much better now. We got Wrecking Ball. Good. Big Man was pleased. Calla not so much. We got our metal and left. What's that? Oh, that's just letting me know. So there is another nice little ad in this game is a reputation system, but we'll talk about that in a bit. The more you basically do for specific characters, and you can take sponsorships before a fight from some as well, and the more you do that, the more of a reputation you build up with them, and so the better things they can sell you, give you, assist you with, or give you unique things. We don't need any repairs. However, we're not going to be able to buy a lot from the shop. Let's go into the repairs, and then we'll set out our mech. You better believe I'm coming in like a wrecking ball. So we can go for straight repairs. We didn't take any damage in that first fight, so we're all good there. What I'm looking for is biogel, but I don't think that's under upgrades, no. And then the level of... I was really still during the loading screens. I'm sure I was. The level of... See, this is the problem with the MetaQuest thing is if I put my headset like that... let me just check. It's really difficult for me to be able to check to make sure I've got things in frame. Maybe if hey, I always forget. I'll try and look down a little bit. Is that a bit better? So you can, because this is the problem with this quest view, is when I'm looking at things, they'll be like right at the bottom of your view. If I do that, it feels unnatural, but I'll try and remember to do that. Place was banging, Busy knew how to swing a wrench. We don't need repairs. We've had a look at his upgrades and we can't afford them. We can't do this. There's nothing that we can, or we can't take a chance in stealing, and we don't want to at this early stage, not with a mech repairer. So let's get out of here. So that was a wasted choice, really, but the other one wasn't much cop either. Cool. Let's choose patron for tonight's fight. So if we go with Zakita, which was the woman that was offering us stuff previously, and we took a reward from already, enemies will explode on death. That can cost you a lot of damage unless you're hyper aware of where bodies are going. However, we'll get physical and locomotion gear, which is good. However, Mrs. Scott is the kind of like arms dealer in the lower levels. Turbo enemies we can deal with. At this stage, it's all about keeping damage down to a minimum. So let's go with Scop in the hopes of getting better gear. Better gear. The shaking back and forth. Can you guys not hear the beat? Have you got no rhythm at all? I'm sorry, people. I'm not a robot. Right, so let's... Oh, this isn't actually that much better. Oh, filled with regret. Well, it's a locomotion arm, so it makes us a little faster on the locomotion, which will pop it over there. And let's get us a wrecking ball. I haven't played with one of these much, so yeah, should be fun. I had a little fight with one earlier. Got my ass handed. Is there a lot of stuttering? Oh, man. Right, let's see what we got. So yeah, we've got this now. And it's got some very good physics with it. Anybody like maces? You're gonna like this. I think the only problem with this one is it takes a while to get it going. Little figure of eight spear. Bam, 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 bam. The wrecking ball is supposed to have been in the game for quite some time, but I remember it came in the game quite early. Get out of it. And they never got it working quite right, so I think they took it out of the game quite quickly. But now, oh, this feels so good. Oh, you little shit. Literally came in like a wrecking ball. So when's the stuttering happen in chat? Is it like when I go from one scene to another, or is it like constant? I mean, I'll always take a mace in any game. Give me the opportunity to have a flail, and I'm all over it. And I don't... It's barely acceptable, but the... It's so good. Like, this is like a different way to play the game, because normally it's a lot of this. But now, I feel like I've got some OP weaponry. Yeah, so I think I might have to take back what I was saying then, because they might not put any of the image stabilization on this, but still zoom it in loads. It's why I hate using this. So we didn't take an awful lot of damage, which is good. The less damage that you can take as you are playing, obviously, the better, because then you don't have to spend all your credits on repairing yourself. You also then don't have to go to repair shops. You can take other choices, which then lead to better weaponry, more upgrades, more stuff. Plus 10% base physical damage, that is good for our flail. Plus 50% damage to stunned enemies. When we don't currently have a way to stun enemies well enough, so we're probably best off with just a one-up kit. It's not stuttering, it's like watching me play pinball in the cutscene. Pinball in... Oh, right, okay, got you. It's because I'm... Look, Dredd, just because you and K2 have got no weird rhythm. Actually, no, I won't include K2 because she hasn't said anything about it. Right, I shall lock camera, chat. King was out all night, getting plugged. Fuck knows what he up on. Act 1, welcome to the jungle, day 3. Oh, look, Gobro's back. So, again, you can see the kind of rogue element. Do bear in mind as well, thank you, Dredd. I do take the piss, but I do appreciate it. So we can go shopping, or we can go with Gubro and get another mission. Now, since we got a pretty fucking good weapon out of him for nothing, he's our boy. Well, not for nothing. We had to pay 200 credits to avoid a chance fight. Oh, look, she's still in her throw. Get some clothes on, woman. Or not. Gubro needed a ride to the squats and back. He had more metal for us, he said. Big man looked pissed. Didn't give us a choice. Get in. We headed out. Gubro made himself way more comfy than King was comfy with. We dropped him off and waited. He came back bloody. Something bad happened to someone. The drive back was quiet. Did we just take him for takeout? They did say that he's a cannibal. Make a life, take a life. Big man sat back on his throne. A glance and one of his men brought over our payment. Ooh, orange equals rare, chat. This is good. So that is a 4-slot arm, which means we can put a lot of additions onto it. Plus it has the same properties as the previous one. Plus it has additional power, and that is each part of you as HP. Plus 15% incoming damage reduction. Nice. Yes! Yes! I can feel a successful run coming on already, don't you, chat? So we'll get that put on. So here we can hustle to tip the odds for cash, or we can go to busy for repairs. I can't remember if this guy actually sells the bio sludge that I'm after. Can't actually remember. The hustle events previously when I've done them have usually been a bit crap, but we don't need repairs. I can go through all. What we will do. This one's a decoy. Aramessa, like Aramessa Soul Spite from Warhammer. Aramessa had say at the kill box. Offered her decoys placed there tonight for me to use. Fucking great. I would have rather gone and chanced it with the repair guy. Yeah, well, I'm taking it for free. You can tweak your nips or click your fingers all you like, love. I'm having it for free. So that adds a little bit to the upcoming fight. So it isn't just about making money, finding shit. There's a lot more to the game than that. We haven't actually got a lot in the way... Oh, actually, no, we do. I wish you were able to put these on. I can't remember if you can sell stuff straight off the bat. We have got a bit to sell, though. You know what? So our options here are we either take a chance, might go good, might go bad, might get a good event, might get a bad event, or we go here and we can sell stuff, basically, if it's the right trader. Bonesy and Stacks were eager to buy anything. Now, hopefully I can sell anything. Yes, I can. So we sell that arm, and then it's auto-equipped the wrong one. Good. And then we'll sell that arm again. Now it's equipped the right one. We would do this all at the end of the day. I want to keep this. We'll sell that because we don't need it. Perfect. So we now have our setup, and we just want to put this onto that. Lovely. What do I always say, chat? If you can out-economy a game, you can make your fights easy in it. And out-economying this game is doable. I also have one particularly good tip, which I might show off later. If not, I'll just tell you about it. So this will get us up to rep... That should have got us up to rep 3, shouldn't it? Oh, so we have no rep. We didn't have any rep with either of them, but we got a little with Mrs. Scott previously. So let's go with her again, because she'll give us some more physical gear. As far as weaponry, as I said, I'll go through them later, but at the moment you've got the normal mallet thing. You've got a bigger, like, sledgehammery looking kind of one. You've got the wrecking ball. You've got a proper buzzsaw. There are the pincers. There's the grabbing pincers, which you can shoot at enemies, almost like a harpoon pincer or No. Like a grabber claw. Like the wrecking ball, but you shoot at enemies to bring them over and crunch them up. And what else? And then there's a variety of nail guns. On the means of knockback weaponry, not a lot, but you can make weaponry knockback through different applications of these sort of things. Let's pop the 1-up kit on plus 10% base physical damage. I mean, it's only going to be 2.3, but yeah. So that's now up to a whopping 26, up from 19. So just more damage. The other things to note, the bubble is our cockpit, and as long as I should have sold those because I don't use them very often, but as long as we have a bash bar, we can, I'll show you. I mean, I did in the last fight. We can pull ourselves forward with both arms and bash into things, so you can like ram them. It's a bit risky though, because you can take as much damage as you're dealing sometimes if you don't time it right, but you do that. You see it on this car and bash fuck out of that. Right, so look after that for me. Wrecking ball. Oh, they stand no chance. You just keep your distance. I mean, boss might be a little bit more difficult, but still. Ow. Oh, I got hit by a barrel. Boo. But yeah, as long as you keep a good rhythm going, it doesn't interrupt your swing, and you just constantly... I wonder if I can do it any faster. No. Go too fast, I like that. If you go too fast when you're swinging this, it like reduces its range. But if you get that rhythm going, you can keep its range and you're still doing a decent amount of revolutions at a time. Now that is very cool, what we like on life. You can have your arms ripped off if they come on low enough life, and if our cockpit gets to 0, that's game. So don't do that. There are various hazards on the levels. You'll see that I'm knocking everyone towards them to get chewed the fuck up. Lovely! So this I really like because it's almost like another way to play the game. Previously it was get in there, bash the fuck out of things. Pincer things was the other option. And like rip him apart and throw. That was another option. And we've got the buzzsaw that's a little bit different. There are chopper blades which were very good but quite difficult to use because they used to get embedded in things. But I found the chopper blades didn't play a million miles differently from the normal punching things. Don't know if that's changed. And it's this. This is what makes this fucking game for me. These choices and all of these little things that you can do to your mech to become OP as fuck, and it usually happens quite quickly. So we've got another grand, so already we're well ahead on the cash race. What's this one? Overdrive, add on to the arms, plus 100% physical damage. Arm overheats for 1 second after dealing damage. So this is a hurt me, help me. Because we're constantly hitting, that's not worth it. If I remember rightly, overheat puts your damage output down to 50, so we'd get plus 100 and then lose it all for a second, which isn't worth it. I would rather take some money, but we'll take that, because then we can sell it. The other one was probably more expensive, but because it has a hurt me feature to it, they can usually be cheaper to sell. How's the camera work in the fights? Can you see what's going on? As I said, apologies for it because, yeah, it's zoomed in as fuck, and I'd love to be able to play this in MetaQuest Developer Hub, but how well. Act 1, welcome to the jungle, day 4. King wasn't looking good that morning. Silicon Bitch was clawing at his defenses. So this is part of the story. The reason why we're doing this is your butter is being hacked. Are they? Good. Your brother's basically being mind hacked because he has various software in his skull, and you're trying to find out who's doing it. And what better way to do that than getting a mech license, brawling with other mechs and bashing fuck out of things until you find out what the problem is. Easy way to solve things, isn't it? So we didn't increase our reputation with her, but I don't need any more. Those decoys didn't do a lot for us. So we'll go to Zakita. And I can show another element. There's a lot of risk and reward in this game if you want it. Zakita ran a tight body shop. We looked around. So we have the ability to buy things, add-ons you have slots for, upgrades you actually add to the parts, and you can add as many upgrades as you can get your hands on. 50% incoming damage reduction whilst moving, not bad. Locomotion glides until stops. This for me changes the way that the movement system works too much, so I do try and stay away from that because I like to be mobile but controlled. 7th gear, +1 locomotion. Same again. It makes you faster, and I'm quite happy with the speed that we've got now. We don't need to be any faster. We could roll to steal, and we'll basically steal a random item. If you plan and if you like everything here, my advice is always to buy 2 and then try and steal something. The problem is if we steal and we get caught, we can no longer use that trader again. And that can really fuck your run up overall. So it can be a very short-term gain for a massive long-time loss. One of the fundamental rules I would say in this game, never steal from somebody who repairs your mech. You are just asking for trouble. As good as you are, there will be a time when you might have to do some emergency repairs. And if you've stolen from and got caught by all the mech repairers, you're fucked. I know this because I have done this. So yeah, we'll just leave it. Those weren't particularly good upgrades for us, I don't think. Never been a big pusher. We have got plenty of money, so we don't need to be going looking for random events to earn more or get gear. I do want to be buying shit. Because this is unknown as well. Oh, okay. Because this is unknown as well, it's a different shop to the one of the characters that we know, so that can then introduce a new character to the game that you can then earn rep with, or it can be kind of like random events like these. These kids had piles of unmarked loot, called themselves the 9-year-old army. I've dealt with these little fuckers before. See, they called themselves the 9-year-old army, but we called them squeakers, right, chat? So we can get 25% off an unknown weapon, 1 unknown add-on. I don't remember if you get all 3. I can't remember. I mean, I want this, so just in case we only get a pick of 1, let's go for this one, because weapons we've got, add-ons we don't need, upgrades could really up the damage here, so, I mean, hopefully we can buy all 3. 15% incoming damage reduction on the cockpit, that's actually pretty good. Plus 30% stun damage, yeah, take it. No. Oh, yes! I will take the unknown weapon, please. Pincers, 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 pincers. Pincers! Or fingers, rather. So now we can start grabbing one enemy and hurling them whilst giving the rest of them our wrecking ball. I like fingers in this game. And yeah, we've got plenty of money. And this is why it is important to try and out-economy this game as quickly as possible, because then you don't have to make choices, people. Plus 25% physical damage to bashing. I think it's telling me that we should be doing bashing, chat. Right. And now we can go, the fingers mean the taxes. So this means that the repair guy that we could potentially go and see there is different from the usual one, which might mean he might be selling the thing that I want. So let's go and have a look. We've got plenty of money, and we'll build it up over the next day after this fight tonight. Tilly scratched my balls wrong, but the Rilla needed repairs. No, it doesn't. So this guy is a repair jockey, but he'll repair for cheap with increasing chance to damage. So basically, he's a con merchant. What upgrades you got, though? Fortification kit's not bad. That's what we want. Oh no, that's biosludge. Oh yeah, it's that one that we wanted. 100 short. This you take. There's biosludge fortification, and then there's biosludge. There's another biosludge for the cockpit, I think it is. And what they basically do is increase your maximum or heal you each and every day for a small amount. Get a few of these, you never need to go and visit a repair guy, and then you can steal from him for all I care. Let's grab a fortification kit, though, because they're not bad, and we'll add it to the chunky arm that we've got. Miss Scott. Now, some characters, when you get them to their full level of reputation, when you go to the next day, then unlock additional characters for you with a bit of starting standing rep. So, again, as you'd expect, you get Pally with one, she introduces you to another in the next area, arena, level, thing that you fight in. And to be fair, we've done alright. The physical gear should be better now. And I'd rather fight turbo enemies than ones that explode. Really want to see those fingers. Right, let's get 15% incoming damage decrease. Yeah, none of these got any stun, so we'll keep hold of that for now. That's an add-on which we can take on and put off. So with add-ons, we might as well put them on, even if we're not planning on using them, because we can always take them off and sell them later. Whereas upgrades, they're one use and ons. Now, this is a very good arm. Very good HP, decent upgrade in power outage, locomotion, and a lot of slots. So this arm is probably going to be with us till the end. So it is worth fortifying it and increasing its maximum HP. So let's do so. Less chance of it falling off. That we'll keep hold of just in case we get a nice stunny weapon. This does do stun. Oh, it does do stun damage. Oh, fuck it. All in, chat. All in. This is a uncommon part as well. I think rare was top. Top bag. So yeah, stun damage basically builds up over time as you're doing hits, stuns the enemy for a number of seconds. There are effects that you can get that then stack with stun, do more damage to stun, set stunned opponents on fire, I don't know, make stunned opponents become on your side. I fucking love this. This is so good. Oh, I came in like a wrecking ball. Where have you been all my life? We're doing decent damage. We want to be keeping all of this shit to our left. You can fuck off. Excellent. And if we keep everything to our left, we'll knock it all over that way as we're just naturally fighting. Oh, I'm going a bit slow here. Ah. Right, I'll do you for that. Look at the launch that we're getting on them. Right, we are taking damage here though, so let's be careful. I just did, K2. They're more of a backup than anything else. Fingers are great when you've got something to bash the fuck out of the thing in the other arm, but we haven't at the moment. The fingers are basically for movement, but a last resort if anything jumps at me and I'm mid-swing. Is what I'll use it for. Thing is, we can retract that, grab something, and then fucking... But it's not as effective as swinging the chain. Swinging the chain. Oh, big dog. Bam! Bam! Get out of it! Ow. Can you hit yourself? I think we did. Uh-oh. No. Bad dog. Oh, you fucking... Get off. Yeah. Ugh. Right, probably gonna need repairs. Again, I don't mind too much because I haven't used this weapon before. There's a bit of subtlety to it, believe it or not. Yes, that's right. You heard it here first. There is subtlety to swinging a massive spiky ball around your head. Ow. One of the things I do like in this game, if you don't keep everything in front of you, one Hamza, unlike a lot of developers, don't have any problems with enemies attacking you from behind. And I like that. Fuck off. What's your timing? I can't... No. Go! You fucking what? There you go, Kim. How's that? Hold on to the ass. And so, as I said, if you had a couple of those pincers, they didn't have it in previously, but I was playing with it earlier, and they've like got it looking better now. It is an air freshener hanging in front of my cockpit. They didn't have like proper animation for it on the Quest version originally, but now if you have two sets of pincers and you grab something, you can pull it apart and do massive damage to it, which is cool. You always used to be able to do massive damage to it by pulling it apart, but it didn't actually pull apart. Now they do. You can like pull the heads and arms off of things. It's great. Or at least definitely the heads. Right, what's this? That's an add-on. That's an add-on. Plus 50% power. That is good. Plus 2 base damage for every 50% power this arm has. I think that's better. That's good. If we could get both, that'd be great, because then we would trigger this multiple times because of that. But getting your power up to top whack on an arm is always a good shout, so let's do that. Right, going into static camera mode. Act 1, welcome to the jungle. Day 5, I was becoming obsessed with getting the Killbox Championship chain. Another visit to the 9-year-old army. Their shit's cheap as well, or we can buy the busy perks. Ooh, I think they basically mean that a percentage of enemies start off with a percentage of damage. So that's not bad, but I don't want to pay for that shit. I want to get new stuff. I want new stuff. Got to be careful with our money here, because we did take quite a bit of damage. These kids are piles of unmarked loot. They call themselves the Squeak Army. Ooh. Now, here's another thing that's nice as well, and this is why you don't always repair shit straight away, especially if it's not your forever arm or forever weapon, because you will pick up better arms as you play the game, and guess what? Better arms usually come with full armor. So let's grab that on. There we go, and we got ourselves a big boy now. A big boy for the left. And it's 220 HP, 150% power, 4 armor slot. That is a really good part at a very cheap price. We do want to save a little bit for a cockpit heal. However, I do like the idea of getting more upgrades. What do we do, chat? Do we play it safe or do we gamble? Should I even ask? We fucking gamble. Ooh, Mama Najiku, yes, couple! Right. Again, as I said, if you couldn't tell, I do love this game so much. So we get an additional add-on slot for either the arm or the cockpit. That's actually very good. That wasn't the cockpit previously. That was just arms. And the magic goo. This is what you want to buy. Thanks, Von. What is the bashing sounding like? Is it all in time? I know it's probably going to be quite difficult to tell. Extend to there. Yeah, they're fucking great upgrades, they are. I'll show you why. Now, that does leave us with 0 money, so there's no point for us going to the shop. But look at this. Because of our rep with Mrs. Scott, 20% off. She's talking my language, chat. Shame I spent all of our fucking money. So we might as well go and aim to misbehave in the true Firefly way. We had to start somewhere. So we can either go for add-ons, which, as I said, are the ones that you can put on and leave on and interchange. So these are very good value at all times, whereas upgrades are what you want to be purchasing if you have got your forever cockpit, your forever arm, your forever weapon, or at least something good. And yeah, I'm gonna need the battery tonight if I'm gonna get to Hellsweeper. Get to sweep hell and back. And yeah, for those of you just joining us or haven't been watching long or what have you, I think I've let you all know. I've got Hellsweeper on for an hour after this because I've got some things that I want to show off and some corrections that I want to make with the latest change on upgrading and leveling up. And also got 5 keys to give away, hopefully next Wednesday for Ancient Dungeon, because that one's getting the content update that it needs. So in this situation, upgrades are very tempting. However, we haven't got very many add-ons, and we're more likely to get some usage out of this. These could be no good for us. They could be amazing for us. These, if they're not any good for us, we can at least sell. I mean, you could say that about both of them. Look, I'm getting some fucking add-ons, all right, chat? Don't question me. Fingers bleeding, but we got us find. Grabbing or piercing anything gets the other arm turbo. Oh, it's like the junkyard knows me. So that now means if we grab things with our left, we'll electrify our right arm. I can't remember exactly. Oh, here we go. Turbo objects get 50% incoming damage reduction and an increased power. The turbos can stack infinitely. Each stack increases the power bonus. If memory serves, though, power caps out at 200, and we're already going to have that. So, I mean, it'll make our arm look pretty in blue if I remember to use it. Now, we can leave it there or roll 40% chance that we'll get caught looking for something else. Then there's a chance that we can fight off the scavengers, which will cost us everything. Or we can leave it there. So we err on the side of caution. Gamble! Ah, it's looking pretty safe out there, to be honest with you. Stable shot. Wasn't long before we found another piece. Who leaves these things just lying around? +6 to base physical damage. Negates outgoing stun damage. Add on to arm or cockpit. Okay, so we put that on our... Negates outgoing stun damage. Well, we like stunning with our wrecking ball, so we'll put that on either our cockpit or our piercing, our grabby arm. Take and leave. There you go. So we didn't get ambushed during the salvage. I'd love to get some repairs, but I ain't got any money. Maybe you can do us a cheap job. Probably going to regret this. I don't think 160 credits enough for anything. Yeah, okay. Plus 15 HP. Don't you fuck my... Oh, well, that's us out. Oh, well, we've got a decent amount of health back, and we don't need to worry about this arm because we're replacing it. Lovely, lovely. Did he have any decent upgrades? Hardened coating. Plus 15% to cockpit. So these are always good. Anything that increases damage resistance is better. But plus to max HP is also good. Because you can get some things that give you full repairs. Plus 15% chance to make enemy overheat. What did overheat do again? Objects have 150% incoming damage. And a reduction to power. So yeah, it's basically a debuff to strength, I suppose, in guerrilla mech terms. And then I don't think I've ever bought these unless I've got so much money I don't know what to do with it. Because holding on to the repair kits, you get to a point where you shouldn't have to. So, might have been some times where I bought them. Okay, Killbox Championship Night Fight Night versus Assam. Fight for the chain. He doesn't even know we've got a chain. We've already got a chain. It's got a big fucking spiky ball on the end of it. Because that's how we do it. So how are the sound effects on this? Can you actually hear? I might be able to turn those up a bit. I've got the music down. Let's turn King's voice down a little bit because I've heard all of his lines. Oh, and I'll sort the mech out as well whilst I'm... But yeah, can you guys hear what's going on? Because the weapon, the sound effects in this game, ace. Absolutely ace. So, what we're going to do, this arm is a little bit damaged. This arm is getting to the point where it's like, we could get fucked here. So let's just swap it out. Full health. This is why you are careful with your heals. Magic goo, as soon as you get it, jump it on. That's now 20 HP that we're recovering each and every day, which means that we can afford to take 20 HP damage each day and not have to repair. You can get those for the arms as well, if memory serves. Add-on for cockpit, that goes over here. We have an add-on for arm. Let's get the full power to that one, because yeah, look, 200%. Right arm power defines strength and physical damage. If we take it off... So now the stats actually... I don't think they used to do that before. So that's just added loads more physical and stun for us, which is nice. Grabbing or piercing, anything with... Gets the other arm turbo. Lovely. And upgrade. Add an arm or cockpit slot. We don't need to do that yet. We don't know if we're going to be changing any of these things, but it's probably a good idea to get that on here, because we've got plenty of upgrades slots on our arms. So that'll do us. I'll keep that for a rainy day. But yeah, what say you, chat? Can you hear it all right or no? Ooh, we turned it round. I play this game standing as well. You could probably quite easily play it seated. Now, this is the championship round, which basically means I think we have to do a fight first, and then we have to take on the boss. There are 3 bosses last time I played, total. You, and then that's powered our arm up, or it did. Oh, we've got to stay on it. Lovely. Oh, you fuck. Get off. Get off. Oh, it's so good. Easy. So, yeah, that was just a warm-up. Now we've got to take this guy on. Now, one of the bonuses that we've got here is I've never really had this level of range. And again, it's one of the things that I think they missed a trick with on this game. Again, if I was going to do more content for this, more mechs, different stories, they didn't even have to be that much different. Just give us another pilot to play as or something. There we are, look. We got a glorious little tiny-legged mech. Who the fuck let you in here? You lost nobody, base boy bitch. Not here to talk, here to fight. That's clearly not me, chat. Then I'll wipe this pit with your face and throw your headless body in the desert. This is my best punk voice. Let's go, Goldilocks. Yeah, let's fucking go. Oh, he likes that. Oh, shit. And you can, with enough damage to the different components on these, knock their arms off. But we want to be aiming for his cockpit, because that will ultimately kill him. Come on, then. Come on. Bring your pretty face to my flail. See if we can hit that. Right into him. Lovely. Now he's powered up. So we'll stay out of his way. And give him one of these. Oh, it's so good. What are you going to do? I've got so much range. So much range. Oh, he's going to do that. Yeah, it's great. Have one of them. Lovely. Moment of truth, brother. You got to do it. Ah, motherfucker. No, don't. And this was quite a weird one. We get to kill the pilot. If I can hit him. There we go. Lovely. Because that's how it works in this world. Kill the pilot, take their chain. Never killed a man on his knees. Kind of like it. But my brother's life hung on it, so. Rig, you the champion. Yo, what's up with your crown? You alright? So he's being hacked. Looks like your Brakka needs to get into the city scene. What are you looking at me for? I'm just swinging the chain, man. And you can get us in? I can get you a backdoor run if you come fight for me. A backdoor run, Brakka. Pass, and it's welcome to New Brakka. You win my pitch championship, and I'll make it happen. So we've now advanced to the next level up within the hive. Again, why I think this has definitely got that. Well, I mean, you know, it's not 40k, but a man can dream. Man was called Jay Abizi. We followed deeper into the jungle's guts. There was a crack in the landscape. Jay's pit was down there. A place called the Crack Sleep. Normally, I would just skip all of this. I've seen it so many times. But it's a great story when you're playing through it the first time. We were on tomorrow. Well, great story. It's a good story. It's compelling enough that you're interested in the characters, even if they do sound like they have an IQ of about 20. So, because we had such a high reputation with Mr. Scop, we now automatically start out with a reputation with one of the dealers in the next sector. We also get a championship reward. These are legendaries. We can have dashing quickly with both arms releases a short focused blast wave from each arm in opposite directions of the dash. Cockpit is invulnerable for a single hit. 30-second cooldown. Stun basher, and then that's just a part. So we could get that if we were doing a bashing mech. It is actually pretty good. Shock damage, causes overheating, and additional chance to deal 3 times damage and crit damage. But I'm going to go with that. And again, one of the things I love about a good roguelike is as you do things like add a protective shield to your mech, it changes the qualities and the look of your mech. I can't help myself with that shit. I love it. Right, we do need to keep some money back because we need to do a little bit of a repair. Unless we go to the shop and buy another arm, but I'd say we'd be better off going looking for trouble, try and make some more money whilst we're waiting for a repair dude to show up. Yo, that's Rig the Rilla. King Sidemar Hamza. Rig, hey Rig, scope my drip. We're your biggest fans. Hey Rig. Little hoppers were eager to help. Said they were good at causing distractions. Nice. Replace the steal option for one use. Raiding a shop steals 2 random items and burns the contact. Cool. So we've now got children with an actual fucking use. Would you Adam and Eve it? So that's a new event. I haven't seen that one before. That's good. Here we go. That's what we need. Repairs. Taking a lot more damage than I wanted to this game, tell you that. Symphony was a talented mechanic, but way too talky. Hey! Me and you are going to get on just fine. Let's have a look at the upgrades first before we start splurging on the repairs. We'd like this. This is just more damage. And we've got one of those already, so we don't need an extension kit. But nice to know that they sell for a bit. Alright, let's see what the repair situation is. So let's... Ooh, that's a full fix for how much? 500? Welcome. Now, this is the other thing, and one of the things that I like is she repairs that to full for 500. Same with the cockpit, same with the other arm. So the more damage they are, the more value for money you're getting out of some of the systems within this game, which is why I usually am not in a good state of repair a lot of the time. Ask anybody who watches my streams. They know how I play. Upgrades. And we'll have that just to up that damage. And again, it's another one of those games where you're just on that creep. Have we actually got a lot to sell? I'm going to keep those two. 1, 2, 3. We are getting a little bit of low. Yeah, let's go and have a look. Doesn't necessarily mean that we'll be able to sell stuff to them. That isn't always what a trade is. The better we give, the better we get. Rat Pie lived up to his name. Okay, so we can now choose... Hello, Apt. We overdog at the moment, dude. I've got a fucking massive spiky ball on the end of a chain. Ah! So we can trade in our things that are in our inventory for a chance of stuff. As he said, the better the thing, the better. And it doesn't look like it takes HP into consideration. So we'll try and get ourselves a couple of add-ons for that crummy arm. Stabilizer. 30% income damage reduction, -1 locomotion. That I do not mind. Minus 10% damage taken per hit. We can put that onto the cockpit. Doesn't stack. Cool. That's 2 very good add-ons. As I said, anything that can reduce the amount of damage that you're taking means less repairs, ultimately. Now then, we can go with... So there's always a challenge with the reward. So this guy's a little bit more focused on tanking, locomotion, and power gear. So he's focused in specific areas, but there's more areas that we could get kit for. So yeah, you could get something really good if you were tanking, but you might just end up with power gear or locomotion that you might not need. Add-ons, upgrades, or consumables. Bombs from the crowd is a twat of a challenge. First hit blocked. I also hate that. I think we can live with bombs. Gooner and Slasher. Bomber. Gooner and Slasher. Or Sasha. Cool. Let's get that. So we've got 1 add-on slot left and we don't need either of these. Let's get that shit off. Let's pop that on. Note how we now actually have a fucking shield, like an overshield, and that comes back every 30 seconds and takes 1 hit. Fantastic bit of kit. Incoming damage reduction, blam. Minus 10% damage per hit taken. We don't need that because we're not doing any bashing. And this is the benefit of add-ons. You can swap them around and do what you want to do with them and get benefits out of them. And when they become obsolete or you change tactic, you can sell them. With upgrades, once you've used them on something, they're stuck to that, and it kind of sets you down a path. But I'm staying with this wrecking ball. Defo. Good. We could, because we are at maximum slots here, use this, but we haven't got anything to put on there now, so there's no point right yet, because we might want to sell it for some cash later. Right. Bombs in the crowd. I hate this challenge. But I also hate the blocking one as well, so there you go. And you'll see now that because we're in day 2, the arena has stuff changed. There is a massive fucking thumper in the middle. Don't go underneath it. If I have to ask you why you think we shouldn't, you'd probably be better off playing a different game. There's the air freshener, by the way, KT. Just for you. If I... No, I did get this early from the devs. So I didn't get to pre-order it, but you get like a lovely gold one of those if you had. Sad times. Didn't get the pre-order bonus because I've given it. So there's our overshield, and I love it. So good. I love it when they actual things change based on the effects that you have, because it means you feel the power. Right, got to look out, listen out for those bombs. I thought I'd whistle it instead of singing it. These are these bombs that are being thrown from the crowd. I hate them. They can cause so much damage without you knowing what's going on. Get away. You fuck. Haven't seen those enemies either before. Off he goes, look. No, get away from me! I would pincer stuff, but this is just too strong. It's just too good. I mean, there you go. And look, note how it's powered up our other arm now. So that's probably doing a little bit more damage. Uh-oh. Come here. Come here, lid. Uh-oh. Get off. Gotta watch out for those charges. If you can throw an enemy into that thing when it's got its mouth open, instead of grabbing you, it grabs the enemy. So that's a timing one. I'll try and do it now. Eat this! Yum, 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 yum. Oh, you got my hand, you fuck. Get off. Well, it usually works like that. Bosh. And again, lovely amount of frames in this game. The action is always very smooth. The slow motion kicks in occasionally, usually when it's warranted. And this is like running incredibly smooth. Hopefully it looks the same way as it plays. Again, remember, streaming, so may look a bit more stuttery than it actually plays, but I doubt it. But again, I can't say that because you're watching it through crappy quest. Yeah, come then. Why don't you come through, you fucking idiots? It's so good. Oh. Ah, you fuck. But again, as long as we wait 30 seconds, we'll be able to take another hit. So it's all good. Oh, should we, come here, you. In you go. Lovely. Would you believe I'm enjoying myself? And also, hello, whoever that was. Oh, hello, Bucky. Sorry, I didn't hear the name. I couldn't hear the name over all the fun. Like, I love this game already. This wrecking ball. Get off my wrecking ball, you little shit. I can't remember what the timing is with those anymore. Bosh! And that I appreciate as well. It does the slow down time to freeze on your last move as well. Lovely. What, is it too loud? No, you're talking about too much shouting from me, maybe. Right, what's the time at? Because I was going to go and play Hellsweeper. Yeah, maybe we'll save the rampage mode from this for another time. I'm going to have another word with One Hamster and see if I can get them to make this work in MetaQuest Developer Hub mode. Right, what we got? So we can take 1,600 cash. That's a lot of cash. Or when enemies damage this arm, they get stunned. I don't like playing games that way, where you get things based on taking damage. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that loud. Mega repair kit, and again, that's a consumable that I wouldn't use. Now, the combined value of those two, if bought, is probably exceeds the cash, but we don't need either of those, and 1,600 cash is a lot, and we've already got almost 2 grand, so that's a good shout. And remember that magic goo that we rubbed all over our cockpit? That's working for us now, making us back 20 HP a day, which just means that we have to keep an eye on our arms and, you know, avoid getting fucking KO'd on our cockpit. Act 2, Day 7, down the guts. I love all these little animations as well. And I know I said it previously, but all of these things look so good in VR as well. They've, like, it's not even clever, it's not even that innovative, it's just so much fucking better than flat screen cutscene or flat screen picture. You know, just something with a bit of depth. And you can tell by kind of like looking round the sides of the frame. Fucking great job on Hamza. Fantastic work. Again, I always try and stay away from the hustles. They have added new characters since I played last, so maybe and that some of the options are better than they were. But I usually find the hustles help you in combat for a cost. Do they not know I've got a fucking wrecking ball? They're not going to give me another one. Let's go make some cash or some stuff. Okay, well, he's pretty big. Can we go and get in the gorilla mech now to take on the gorilla? Fat Man Baijo. So this is a new event. I haven't seen this one. And I'm pretty sure I'd seen them all the last time I played it. Fat Man Baijo said he had a lot to give or a lot to take. Oh, good. Heads or tails? Shit. What we saying, chat? I'll let you guys decide. You guys can be in charge of my fate. 1 for heads, 2 for tails. Just so it's nice and quick. Oh, and if you are watching as well, because I will get choices like this, and it's fun to let you lot do it. Or, well, gets you involved at the very least. Make a point of pressing the live button in the bottom left-hand corner to make sure that you are up to date on the stream. Because if choices come up like this and you're just like 20-30 seconds behind, you might miss getting to put your vote out. Dread saying tails. Of course he fucking is. I would have gone heads myself, but yeah, alright. Any other takers on tails? Or are we going tails? I don't know if you've got this one, Dread. It'd be a really good one. It is a bit physically engaging, I will give it that, but be a good one to stream on PC VR. They've got a lot of options on PC VR where you can actually have a camera for watchers out behind the mech, which is something we can't do on Quest. Cool, I'm not hearing anything else. Tails it is. Ooh. We lucked out. Paggio pat my head like I was 6 and offered double or nothing. Either we win a grand or we lose a grand. Or we take 500. We have got a decent amount of cash, so this is just gonna overboard us. So I would have say we cut and run. Well done, chat. Excellent work, K2. Excellent work, Dread. I had every faith in you, even though I would have gone heads. Cool. Let's try. Have we even got anything to trade? We do have some shit to trade. Probably should have done that gamble. As I said, just because it says trade doesn't necessarily mean it'll be the kind of trade event that I want. This one's a good one, but this one can fuck you in the ass. Really can. Balthus wanted to quirkify the gorilla. Outcome was nowhere near clear. Now, what I remember of this event is the first roll you take is a guaranteed success. You can do up to 3 rolls with lower percentages of getting different quirks. Now, our left arm doesn't matter too much other than for locomotion. Our basher doesn't matter at all, but then getting quirks on that isn't really doing us any favors, but it would up the sale price for it. Which, let's go left arm. Quick and easy, he got our gear buffed. Big boy. So now has, what did he have? -5 physical damage taken per hit. That is a good quirk. Now, boy was pumped for more, but his hands were trembling now. So we could quirk it again and make it even better. And then do it again and make it even better. Put one of these rolling wrong and it doesn't tell you what the percentage is on this one, and it will fuck that arm so hard that it can end your run. I know this because I've done this. One of the things that you could do is you could roll through all 3 of those events, or until you get the negative event, or roll through all 3 of them, and if you didn't like the results, you can quit the game, come back in again, and it will start off from the beginning. So again, I think this is a pretty standard thing in most roguelikes. in most games, but especially in VR because of how the MetaQuest saving system works. So for those of you who want the challenge, obviously you don't do that, but then you take the risks that you would normally be comfortable with doing. However, for those of you who want to go through the game and make the ulti build and the massive overpowered fantasy, that's how you do it. However, we've got that rampage mode that I was saying about earlier to do that with now. Ooh, another trade. Again, I need to start looking at these to see if the options are better, because they were always underwhelming. But I know we can trade stuff that we do not need for stuff that might be better. Haven't got anything particularly good to trade, though, I don't think. Hi, Rat Pie. The better we give, the better we get. Rat Pie lived up to his name. So we don't need another arm. Well, I can always take another add-on. So let's get rid of our... That's our arm. Our original arm. So it's not a particularly good one. So we only get the one add-on. If we'd have had an arm, that would have been nice. Phantom Limb. Yeah, not a great one. Again, it is good if the what you don't want to happen happens. When losing an arm, now remember in this game, you kind of want to get into the system of hitting with one arm and moving with the other, and then using both when you have to. Losing an arm can really make this a pain in the ass, but you can easily, and I have, make a very powerful style within this. So when losing an arm, the other arm gets 5 times turbo and locomotion for the rest of the fight. So you can actually make it so that you start off with only one arm by losing an arm in combat, and then you can make your remaining arm up to an absurd level of power. That works very well with the thing that I don't like, where you can pull and slide. So you just have to be very careful. Bucky, get on this, mate. Trust me. You'll get a low-key, subtle little workout, and it's really fucking good if you like roguelikes. Let's choose as a patron. Nail gun or shock gear, add-ons and upgrades, and cash. We like cash. I hate bombs. Overheated arms when standing. So this is a different guy. Don't want a nail gun. We've got the weapon that we need. Shock gear's not bad, but we're not playing into a shock build. And again, with all the little... You can play an overheat build, you can play a turbo build, a shock build. There's the different weaponry to push into as well. There is a lot of ways that you can play this game. And there's even more now with the cooler weaponry. I think we'll go with Gunnar and Sasha again, because ultimately, if we don't like what's on offer, we can get a buttload of cash. And that is always nice. Now, Phantom Limb, I haven't got the space for it, so it's not going on. And yeah, we don't have anything pressing to put on anything. We've got plenty of add-on slots left already. We could add an add-on slot to our bubble, to our cockpit, but this sells for a lot, and we might need it for one of our arms later if we get updated with add-ons, and you can. So again, we'll keep things as is. And also note here, we haven't repaired that. That's just healed 20 by itself because of magic nano goo. And if you can get several of those during a fight, and I think you can get them for your arms as well, you just, like, as long as you can stay on top of your health, just getting free health back every day. So you just have to then avoid taking damage in the fights, and it's free repairing. What did we say the sound effects are like? Can you guys hear anything, or is it can't hear anything over my dulcet tones? Now let's just stay away from the bombs this time. Maybe throw a car? Damn. Maybe throw a car? Oh, you fucks. As I was saying earlier, yeah, one Hamza, unlike some, well, actually quite a lot of VR games that I've played, have no problems with attacking the player from behind, and I like that. There's a lot of games that you can become gamified because enemies insist on being at your front and center at all times, and yeah, not great. Just got to keep an eye on those bombs. Hey, crushed. Lovely. Bosh. It's fucking great. Hey, Dungeons of Eternity, if you are looking for a weapon to add to dungeons, I would happily accept a flail. Happily accept a flail just like this one. Or a whip. You can imagine it now, chat. We can play multiplayer together and I can bring out the whip. No. Oh, you shit. It's so good. So good. Those spiky bots, you have to watch them. If you hit them on top or in the torso, it will damage your arm. So things are starting to get a little bit more precise. We're having to be a little bit more careful with our attacks. I mean, I say that as I'm still literally swinging a mace around or a flail around. Note as well, some of these enemies have actually got like shoulder pads on. If you hit them there, the damage will be either vastly reduced or null and voided. So then again, you're having to think about where you are hitting enemies. Some of them can actually get full-on helmets, which then means the most damaging shots that you can do to them don't work anymore. And it's nice. It keeps the gameplay challenging and fresh. Think ATF, like I've said previously in that game, because of where the snowbees can have their ice armor, headshots aren't always the way. And it's kind of the same in this game. Because, let's face it, it can get a bit fucking boring, constantly just shooting everything in the face. Especially if you fail at it a lot. As you can probably tell as well, especially with this build, because I've got no reason. Hello lads, how you doing? These guys are actually quite difficult, but I've never got to knock buck out of them with a mace before. Ow. Okay, that's our shield down. Let's retreat until it's back, because it comes back every 30 seconds. Got no reason. Fuck off. Fuck off. Get off of me. Okay, they're not gonna... They're fucking aggressive. So as you can tell, we're getting things that are a little less subtle now. Bosh. So this is... Oh, hello. Go, 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 go! Oh, that slowdown's really fucking us, actually. That's why they're able to catch us. It wasn't the greatest of ideas. Getting the... There. Don't know why you're getting shocked. Oh, one Hamza, you geniuses! This wrecking ball's amazing! Cool, right, so 10% chance to deal 3 times damage on a weapon. Well, we know where that's going if I take it. And locomotion when moving with both arms at once. Locomotion down when moving with one arm. So again, this would be great if you were doing a bash build, using both arms to launch yourself and your basher into things, but that is not what we're doing. That isn't bad, but £2,000 is a lot of money, and we've got a lot of money now. We're at the point where we won't have to make decisions anymore. We'll be able to go shops, buy every fucking thing, and that's what I like. Act 2, down the guts, dare it. I was starting to get curious what King had in his brain that Big Sis was trying to kill him for. So it isn't just, so you basically find out in the story, he's not just being hacked for no reason. He knows things, I think. We don't need repairs. We're looking pretty tip-top, but we also don't need to chance it. Are you going to sell magic goo? I can't remember if you did or you didn't last time. But you do have upgrades. Let's go and have a look. We've got loads of money. Let's make our ridiculously powerful weaponry more powerful. Again, as well, remember, there was no difficulty system in this previously. I only ever got to play it on standard. We are playing this in basic, so I'd imagine all of these factors will be turned right down and the fights will be harder. Bring it on. Advanced repair kit, we don't need that. Upgrades, yes please. No. Power doesn't increase or decrease base physical damage. That's good if you are struggling to get your power up on arm. Or if you get a arm that has particularly good quirks or upgrades and has like a bad one that reduces its power, that would kind of stable things out. When that guy who gives you multiple quirks, if you keep going and ruin an arm, that can save you. Plus 50% base stun damage. That's a lot of money for what you're asking for, but I'm going to take it. Now, I don't think your repairs are worth it. If memory serves, she's the best mechanic in the game. But she charges 500 whether she gives you a full heal or whatever little amount that you're losing, but you only also get a limited number of repairs. So that is a lot of money for very little HP, so you can fuck off for now, love. That's only 100 HP for 800. So again, you get these. That's not a bad shout, actually. You get these for emergencies. You will also need them towards the end of the game when things change. No. Again, you get reps with various characters in this game, regardless whether you can buy or sell from them or what have you. Ooh. Right then. Interesting. Oh, this is going to make things silly. Right. Stun lock. Stunned enemies are overheated, minus 50% power. That's not too bad, because we've already got quite a high amount of power. Minus 5% physical damage taken per hit. That's for the arm. We don't really need that. But let's see what we can sell. So, we don't actually need the bash bars. Forgotten to sell them for quite some time. We might want to keep the extension kit. We definitely do not need the ramp. We definitely do not need very bashy. These are all for different builds, and I've tried them, and my only concern with doing a bash build is you are then using the part that you can take damage on and lose the game from as your await attack. It's cool, but yeah, give me a fucking ball on the end of a chain any day of the week. Phantom Limb, we've already talked about that. No, thank you. We'll keep that, and we've only just bought that. And then the extension kit, we're now getting to the point where we might actually have to use that. Hello, weebs! So, remember we said about the grabbing and how I'm not going to do a lot of grabbing because I'm using that arm for moving around. This is basically a grabber plus. It's not as good for hitting, but you can snatch items and enemies and pull them back to you. Having two of these, double grappling onto things, bringing them back to you and tearing them apart is another way to play. But we'll put that on and we'll grab that. Because of that random event that we did earlier, I could burn this contact, i.e. will lose the ability to trade with him. He won't Pekka Wood won't appear in the game anymore if we do this. Usually it's a chance, but you only get to steal one item. And here, if we did it, we would steal this. Whereas here, we would steal two items, but automatically burn the contact. It can be worth it sometimes, but more often than not, it's a bit short-sighted. Yeah, all good, weebs. Cheers, man. Are you still down? No, you haven't. I haven't heard from you, so I assume you went back. I don't know. Buy or sell quirks for tonight, maybe. we just sold all of our cool stuff to trade. Although we have got the fingers, and we're replacing that with the grappling clamp. Problem is, there's no guarantee that he'll target that. Plus 20% better value. Again, these are things, these hustle events, for me, are usually a bit underwhelming, so... But having said that, the ones that we've seen so far have been, I think, a little better. Oh, there we go. Fuck you, rat. The better we give, the better we get. So, yeah, I could roll to get a different arm or a different add-on, but we actually want to equip this. It's one of the things, and unfortunately it is a mechanic, is there are ways to equip things during the day, but normally you can't put your ill-gotten gains on until the night. It is done on purpose for exactly things like this, so that you can't always get your own way. You can't always get it how you want. You can also get it so that that thing that you bought gets fucking nicked off of you before you get a chance to put it on your mech. I know this because this has happened to me before. Blast wave gear, we're not playing into J, and the super thumper is a pain in the ass. I can't believe I'm going for bombs from the crowd, but this does get us to top reward, and they'll give us more because of it. Better and more because of it, so... Let's keep swinging the chain here. Right, grabber on. So now we have the ability to, like a fucking grabber claw, snatch things from really far away, then bash fuck out of them. Advanced repair kit. No. Minus physical damage taken. Let's pop that on there. So our stun is now huge. Minus physical damage taken. You've already got minus 20. You've already got minus 5. That's our weakest arm. This is definitely becoming our forever arm. Let's pop it on there. So that's now up to minus 15% damage taken and another minus 5. So we shouldn't have to worry about that armor and repairing it, as long as we don't do really badly, for a while. But yeah, it was always the disappointment for this game with me, was the fact that they had a very solid game, and for me, they didn't need to add multiplayer, they didn't even have to add new arenas or new modes, they just needed to add more. It was exactly the same as when Dungeons of Eternity came out. It's like, this is great, more weapons, more perks, more... Like, you know, they should have concentrated on having that wrecking ball out straight away, that buzzsaw out straight away, other weaponry. Fuck multiplayer, more cosmetics and consumables and add-ons and upgrades, and just more shit so you can enjoy, and more characters. What they should have concentrated on, for me, if you ask me, is another story. Like, instead of following these two goons about, like, you know, just have a shadowy figure that was us, and we could name ourselves and then choose a mech. That would have been great. I would have loved it. I hate being named characters in games. I would much rather be unnamed. Because you know what that means? It means we can name it as anybody as you like. Like, I'm sure you guys would like to see the adventures of Mechvon and her throwing of stuff ways. You, sir, come to me. Bash, bash, bash. You, sir, mine. Oop, that's gone the wrong way. You, over here. Thank you. I think we took damage from that one. I don't actually know what's doing the shock damage. I don't remember putting shock stuff on. That's probably so out of sync. Hey, get out of it, you little shit. But yeah, we now have, just in case you were wondering, come here! Scorpion, eat your fucking heart out. Come here! Oh, that's a car. Okay, works. Brilliant. And so I know I run the risk of going, this game's fun. And I think someone do me a favour and just have a look on the Oculus store. I think this one's like probably still $14.99, £20 maybe, something like that. Yeah, you can. So although you can see my mech arm doing it, what my hand in front of me is doing is what I'm having to do. Oh, shit. So I'm having to... It's not, to be fair, it's probably ideal for what I'm trying to do tonight. A long-ass stream where you probably don't want to hear me heavily breathing down the microphone. Just to hear for my constant destruction of silence. 30, that's quite a lot. But again, this does. I must say, you over here, thank you. Lovely. What are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna come here too, cool. The throwing mechanic can get better in this game. You can get kind of like a targeting system, which then adds a little bit more on the old auto aim when you throw and can do more damage and stuff. So making a mech where you just concentrate on throwing shit and mech other enemies into each other continuously works well in this. But yeah, I'd say €30. This is worth it. And it's getting multiplayer soon as well, which I can only see that being hilarious. And I think 20 that's bang on if you ask me. Again, the game has been out a while, so you know, if you've got a creaking library like the rest of us, wait for a sale. This one's reasonably regularly 30% off at that price. Ugh, silly worth it. Lots of content, fantastic game, smooth as butter, plays really well, loads of styles and shit that you can do, and you're even getting a fucking workout. I'm getting a bit of a sweat on tonight, and all I'm doing is swinging one arm around whilst moving the other. You know, and you can go proper fucking boxing on this, let me tell you. I mean, we could just, like, I just like the idea of swinging it, but we could just... and, like, almost use it as an nunchaku. Uh-oh. Come here! Where's the other one gone? Probably don't want to grab the bombs. These dropping is one of... I think it's probably, for doing, like, little chip damage to you, it's one of the worst. Come back here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a clip of that, aren't I? Come back here so I may brain thee. I suppose the only thing that I would say is there's not a massive variety of enemies in this game. However, what is in the game is enough, and then there's variations on them, which then change the way that you have to deal with them. Armor, spikes, turboed, overpowered. The different colored bombs are definitely new as well. They used to be all explosive, and now we're seeing different colors. Come here! So good. But then, see, that's where you could then... It could potentially be difficult to do, but after your first couple... Oh, actually, no, because of the new features. I'll explain in a minute. Right, what we got? 50% physical damage is added to stun. Fuck. This thing's going to be a stunning beast. This arm takes all the power reductions affecting the other arm. This is good if you play the way that I do, but we haven't got any power reductions affecting the other arm. We've already got a lot of cash. I want this. I don't care for that. Plus 50% physical damage is added to stun damage. Do we really need more stun? Stun damage fills the enemy's stun bars. When the stun bar gets full, the enemy... Oh, little typo there. There's an I between the Y there. One hamster, you're welcome. Gets stunned, making it unable to move or attack. Yeah, so it's like there's an invisible stun bar every time you hit something. Obviously, the more we can get it. I mean, that is pretty good for what we're doing. 50% of physical damage, which is a big stat for us, added to stun damage, which again is a big stat for us. I'm kind of liking money. So yeah, one of the systems that they have added to this Weebs is you'd have to progress through the game a little bit to do it, but you can make it so that you can pick your starting weaponry. If you wanted to play this game where you just move around and use a buzzsaw, which is literally just stuff the thing into the enemy, hold the trigger, and buzz it to death, you could do that, and then you're not having to swing your arms out all over the place all the time. And yeah, the multiplayer is in development at the moment, and thank you, Von. Yeah, we'll do a changeover. I'll probably get this day complete. We'll have a look at this boss. I'll save the rampage mode for another time. If they are working on the multiplayer, I'll maybe with one Hamza, I'll be quite happy to do something silly with them and say, look, lads, if you can make sure that this is working on MetaQuest Developer Hub, I will stream it once a week for a month. I could easily stream this once a week for a month and enjoy every minute of it. But yeah, the view, man, the view! Right. Have we actually got a lot of shit? No, we haven't. So let's go and have a look at these hustle options. Again, normally I avoid these like the plague because they're not very good. All Ash could talk about was throwing her mines into the pit. So it costs me money to put mines into the pit. Now, this is good because it's very cheap, but I'm pretty sure you can take damage from them as well. I should drop an explosive mine into the arena. I don't know, maybe the green signifies that you can't take damage from them. Let's get one. If these damage me, and I am testing, Ash, or whatever your name was, we don't need money, so we don't need to risk losing it or kit, so let's hustle again. Von will like this one, probably K2 as well. Onit and Kennel trained and sold a bot to fight on our side tonight. This is actually incredibly cheap, and they're pink, so you could easily identify them. Friendly roaches go down very fast. Friendly junk dogs aren't too bad, and you can pet them, and by pet them, I mean smash them into the fucking ground with your own weaponry. So let's get ourselves a friendly little junk dog, shall we? Again, like, I could see another mech type on this being a mech that either converts or brings in other mini robots that you then command to fight on your behalf. Wouldn't that be a great class? They didn't look happy or sad about it. We paid them and left. It is incredibly cheap for basically what ends up as a distraction. It's a shame that you don't get to keep it if it survives. That would have been a nice addition. And, like, keep it and upgrade it would have been a very nice addition. It just gives you something to do, doesn't it? Want to keep doggos? Want to upgrade doggos? Picadillo pushed and pulled anything he got his hands on. Bonus damage for hitting overheated enemies. If only this was bonus damage for hitting stunned, which does exist. Blast bash. Bashing enemies emits a radial blast wave, so this is a really good one if you like to thump things. If we get that, 50% incoming damage reduction when HP is under 30. That'll save us having to repair this arm, but I don't think it's as good. No, it's not. We don't need that anymore. Again, getting rid of all of this can be a bit short-sighted because we've seen events where having spares... Hello, Chris. We've seen events where having spares is worthwhile doing. So this is a mech brawler game with a roguelike element within it. So during the day, you roguelike, making choices, purchasing, repairing, sorting out your mech for the fight at the end of the day. And we've got a fucking flail. I haven't played with the flail barely at all in this game. It was added ages ago, as I said, but if memory serves, and it often doesn't, it was put into the game and then taken out because they weren't happy with the physics. They have got it so good. So good right now. Right. Sorry, it's good music. What can I say? Right, so Honor and Kennel's challenge is actually quite good. Turbo and advanced damage gear. So these are good rewards, but we'll get more from Goner and Sash because of the high reputation. I don't like bombs from the crowd. Zombies I can deal with. Zombies, basically, Kennel's going to bring dead bots back to life if you don't break their corpses. So again, going for builds where you are pulling things apart and really hammering home that damage, these can actually be no challenge at all because you're absolutely demolishing things. But let's go with Goner and Sash again, and then we'll go through the next day, do the championship, and then we'll probably call it on this game, and then we'll have a look at some Hellsweeper. Again, we've got nothing to put on it. Don't put things on unless you really fucking need to. It's just a waste at that point. Did I not buy the stun damage quirk? I thought I did. Hey, look! It's funny as well. The friendlies always look fucking drunk. Look at that. Good dog! Good dog! Yeah, he's a good boy! He's a good fucking boy! But he does do a job. I take the piss, but look at him, he's getting in there. Get in there, son, get stuck in. Oh, that's our dog. Probably shouldn't hit him with the flail. And yeah, if you hadn't guessed as well, Chris, the locomotion in this game is not done with stick. So for those of you who potentially have a problem with locomotion in VR, this could be an absolute nightmare for you, or it could be exactly what you're looking for. Let's see if we take damage from this. It's proximity, so we probably will. I mean, you don't have to do what I'm doing. I just don't get to do this in VR games. No games have fucking maces or flail. Well, they have maces. They don't have flails. Mental, bruv. Because you can just do that. Where's the fun in that? If you've got a chain to swing, fucking swing it, boy. Oosh. And if you do it at an upwards angle, you can send them flying into the ceiling, which does the additional damage that you would expect. And there is no friendly fire for your own face with this, which is always good. Always good. Lovely stuff. Arms are looking good. Cockpit's fresh. Shield is up. I'll read that comment in a minute because I'm having too much fun and it's loud. But yeah, there's nothing I don't like about this game, except there's enemies coming every fucking direction. Oh, most of them are bombs. That's good. Bombs are annoying. Just hit them and run is your best tactique. See, normally when you hit a enemy with spikes... Hey, fuck off! Get off with your shit. Normally when you hit an enemy with spikes, with a bash weapon, you take damage on that arm. Oh, good, a rhino. Excellent. It's like fucking Zords all over again, bastards. Right. Wait for the charge. Fuck off. Come on. Come on, you fucker. Alright, fine. Don't then. Oh, you shit. Their weak point is actually after they've charged. So, you can see the stun bar there building up as we're knocking fuck out of it. So we'll just carry on. Oh, he's going to charge. Lovely! Oh, it's... Oh, believe you me, there is good reason if you haven't played this for a while to jump back in. This is amazing. Such a simple thing. So satisfying. Get off, you fucks. So satisfying in VR. It really is. Oh, they can grab hold of it. Fuck off. They can grab hold of the ball. Can't remember the timing on this. I think it was when they charge you like that, and then you safe. No, if they've got the arm... Oh, get it off. Yeah, when they've got the mouth open, you have to stay away. Then they're supposed to go into, like, the weakened state. But those ones aren't, because they're turboed. Cool. Plus 60% stun damage to headshots. Sounds good. Plus 200% stun damage to shocked enemies. For some reason, we are actually shocking enemies. I don't know why. These are two very good. And hello. Hello, Sky. Yeah. I've probably got about similar. 60. Oh, are you talking in the rampage mode? Yeah, I was playing this before the rampage mode, and I've got to put 100 hours plus into this easily. Because when I first got it, there was so much to unlock, and now there's just even more. Act 2, down the guts. Day 10. Got in some trouble last night. Was lucky King Smooth talked us out, and I was ready to fucking go. Right then. I think, yeah, and again, we're alright on mech. Arms-wise, nah. Right, hustling. We ain't fucking hustling anymore because Ash's bombs are shit. Let's get a quirk from him, and then we'll leave it there. Buff wanted to quirk Fighter the Gorilla. Outcome was nowhere clear. Right weapon, yes. Quick and easy, he got our gear buffed. Oh, got ya. Well, what I'm saying, Sky, is there is a mode in this now, which is basically this, but condensed into pick your weaponry, go into a fight, win that fight, get a selection of one of 4 things, be they new weapon, new arm, new basher, new add-on, new upgrade, and then put that on next fight. Same choice, next fight, and the fights get progressively harder. So it's just like the roguelike element of this, but everything trimmed away to make it a lot more quicker experience. Because I suppose it's not a problem, because the game's fucking amazing, but a run in this will take you, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, possibly quicker if you speed run it, depending on how much you fuck about. What did we get? Plus 3 base damage. Lovely. Boy was pumped for more, but his hands were trembling now. Dare we quirk it again? Because this is... You can always quirk it the first time. I don't think it's ever failed. You can get some really good shit for multiply quirking it, and it's all free. But if he fucks it up, you'll know about it, and that's a run ender if it's on your main weapon. If I was cheesing it and trying to get ultimate powerful and wasn't streaming it, so I didn't mind quitting the game and coming back in and out every fucking time, I'd be tempted, but we ain't doing that. Not today. Shop, shop! Chop, chop, chop! Johnson & Johnson sold upgrades and quirk boxes. Fuck knows where they got them from. So they have a stun box, or they have a shock box. And we are all about that stun. I think this is a choice, but let's go with that one. Stunning quirk box, plus 50% base stun damage. Thank you very much. We were going to buy that earlier. And we can have the shock one as well. Hey, why not? A stunning shocking flail? Well, plus 30% damage to shocked enemies. Getting powerful now. Johnson & Johnson sold upgrades and quirk boxes. Oh yeah, dumb. Cool. Yeah, rollerball. Rollerball and speedball. Yeah, 3 hours is about average for me, I think. If we went to repairs, we've got enough to get this goo and these fortification units that I'm talking about. But I think we're doing all right. Let's push for more power. Because again, it's another, like the game that we're going to be playing next, Hellsweeper. It's all about that. It's all about that power trip in this game. That is a cool feature. So look at this. Look, this is what I like. See that child in the top left-hand corner? He is there and added to this artwork, if I'm right, because we picked those kids up earlier on. And so giving me the option to do this. So we have a power basher guard. Really good for bashing. Yeah. Blast basher. Don't need it. Plow basher. 15 physical damage. We don't need any of that. And we're starting the next level. We won't need merchants anymore. So we're getting to the point where we should use this and burn a contact. Let's see if we can get some more money first out of our shit that we don't need. We want that. We want that. We want that. We want all of this. We want all of it. Cool. Steel. Look, and they even come into the... That's brilliant. So, just in case you didn't know, the kid up the top has been added to the artwork. And these kids have been added as well, which is great. What a great... It's these little bits of attention to detail that you guys know I bang on about it all the fucking time, and I love it. You know, they didn't have to put all the kids in to the background when you use them. They could have just had it as the stock steel animation where you either fail or you don't, or what have you. But no, they fucking put it in. Good on them. Right, we haven't got a basher on because I sold it. We might as well have a basher on. We want to... Were any of these for the cockpit? Gym sense stun damage. Add on to the arm. Okay, you go on there. You go on there. That goes onto this. That goes onto this. And we still don't need to add that onto anything, really. And tip top. And this is all because we're not taking much damage. We're making use of our 30-second cooldown invulnerability to a single hit each time, and the goo's repairing what little damage we are taking, and we're doing all right on our arms. And a lot of this is we're not taking hits, and when we are taking hits, they're being reduced. Ah, interesting. I never touched... I never had any want to do the skirmish mode, if I'm honest. I love this so much, Sky. I really do. But hey, it's a good workout. It's a much more fucking interesting workout than Beat Saber or Pistol Whip. Especially if you get the right kind of mech. Are they coming from all directions? Yo. Yeah. Like, this is the other benefit as well of swinging this, is anything that does want attack from behind me is potentially going to get twatted whilst it's doing it. As I said, one Hamza have no problems with attacking the player from behind in this game. Let's get out of the way of you. Oh yeah. Just keep moving. Get you out of the way. Gosh. Gosh. Shit. You. Oh, it's when they charge. It's potentially what I think is missing from this game all along. Because of how the system works, the punching in that is really good in this. You're able to judge your distance and hit things reliably so well, but these weapons, man, they're so good. I don't even know if there's much else. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I get this wrecking ball, it is game. You, sir. No, missed. You, sir. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Oh, yeah. No, no, sir. Yeah. They will try and make an effort to attack you from, like, you know, you saw that one sidle up in front of me. They will do that, but more often than not, this game has no problems with doing damage to you from behind. And again, I appreciate that. It feels more realistic as opposed to everything trying to purposefully get into your face. Nice. So can you remember, Sky? I remember they added this at one point and said it was in the game, but then they took it out. Is that right? They took it out because it wasn't working as they wanted it to. And although it's quite early on in the timeline, it never was early on in the timeline. This is our next... I want those mantis claws so bad. But yeah, I'm sure that was the case. The wrecking ball was in quite early and then they took it out because it didn't work how they wanted it to. New toy, eh? Hello, John. Come on, come on. Bring your pretty face to my flail. That's it. That's it. Here's another lovely thing that I like about this game as well. None of the bosses are actually immune to the effects that you put on. So, and it's one of the, I think personally, it's one of the signs of a good overpower game where the bosses can't just go, I am just fucking immune to everything that you've built up, that you've been doing well with so far. Oh, can I get that left arm off? It's coming. It's coming, chat. It's gone. Nope, it's still there. Oh, shit. Well, you've got projectiles. I kinda have. You're fucked. See, I'd love it if there was a mechanic where if you knock the arms off of a thing, you have the potential to get them, like a chance to get them, like parts off of Monster Hunter and shit. Because then it makes stripping bosses and toying with them worthwhile. Come off, you fuck. Oh, you love it, don't you? Well, maybe they've made it so you can't, or maybe we're just not doing enough of the right damage to do it. Maybe it was slicing damage you needed. Get out of it. Lovely. Easy. And the other thing as well, Sky, I don't know if you've played this since they've put the additional hard difficulties in. Another kill, another chain. Jay was pleased, took us to his office right away. Enrica, here's a new Brakka union officer. She done your backdoor run ready. What can I expect? Taking her up the back door. It's a tradition. The way for mech fighters to earn their stay in New Brakka. What, your back door or just a back door? Lovely. Look at that. So now we enter the kind of end game. Instead of going through the day and fighting through and then doing the roguelike style events, we now run a gauntlet. It's a long uphill fight spiraling up New Brakka's flushes. At the top, the entrance to the city is guarded by the wardens. I'm sorry, Chris, you know me too well. Destroy them and we let you into our city. Let's go. Rigado. That's us, by the way. You never call me Kenny. You never look this shitty. King was barely holding Big Sis out. Was time to get us into New Brakka. And as I said, it's but yeah, you might want to have a look, Sky. I haven't played this for quite a while. Technically you would be able to, because you can pick shit off the floor, Vega, so you're not wrong. You can, even if your own arm gets damaged or to the point where you can rip it off, you can then use that arm to beat him. But when you lose an arm, I don't think you can repair it. I can't remember. It's very few and far between that I've ever lost arms on this. So all legendary Zeus gloves. Smashing ground or bots with either arm emits an explosion, dealing shock damage. We like this. And that goes on the cockpit. Good. Spark plugs. Hitting arms together gives them next hit 15 times 3 shock damage. So that's literally smacking your fists together. And because it's the fists in front of you and not your controllers, this game can get away with a mechanic where you do that without fucking skinning your fingers alive, because you're doing it with the arms in front of you, not your actual hands, if that makes sense. And then a decent blast nail gun. These, you just staple people into the floor and then you can beat fuck out of them. I think those ones are the ones. You don't bring Zeus gloves to a knife fight. Indeed. And then we'll pop that on. We'll pop that on. We can't do an awful lot with those. I burnt myself out because I didn't go for any of the challenger stuff. I finished sooner than that. I definitely burnt myself out on this a little bit because they just didn't add more of what I wanted. More weapons, more add-ons, more upgrades, more mech, more customization, like different kinds of mechs. They could have done so much with it. Thankfully, with the multiplayer, we might be seeing some of those sort of things that I want coming. But since I played it last, I mean, just the addition of the Wrecking Ball working really nicely that's enough to spark my curiosity and interest to play this through, and maybe we'll finish this run and then have a look at the more difficulty on another stream. And on that bombshell, we shall indeed end it there. This has been the fantastic Underdogs, running natively on the Quest 3. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.